Hello, I'm here to talk about the current Snow White film that at the moment everybody seems to hate. Now, I'm not here to discuss any real opinion because it's not, that's not what I'm trying to do here. Personally, I don't think it's a good film, okay? And that's fine, and I can say that, and you can say that, and that's okay. The thing is, can we just, please, can we cut it out with the Rachel Zegler hate? Because, as far as I'm concerned, she's done nothing wrong, and anyone could make a bad film, and that's okay. That's fine. She's made a bad film. I think every actor has made a bad film before, and there's nothing wrong with that. What I'm trying to say here is more, I just find it amusing that we're that upset over this whole thing. And you know what? I can understand it's not a good film. The costuming is terrible. But I find that, and there's also that whole dwarf controversy. To be honest, I think that, I think that they, would have done better if they'd hired actual dwarf actors, because there are dwarf actors and they only need 7. So it's not like, they don't need 28 of them. They only need 7. Or even if they did need 28, they could probably hire a whole bunch. But I don't have an issue with a Latina actress playing Snow White either. That's wonderful. It's progressive, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I find that it's more of an issue with it's more about, there's a lot of issues surrounding Rachel Zegler simply because she got angry at people laughing at it. And they say she's a feminist, and that's also okay. There's nothing wrong with being a feminist at all. I'm not saying that's a problem. Really, I'm not. I don't think that it is an issue to be a feminist. I think that's a great thing. That's brilliant. And again, I don't think she's done anything wrong. I'm doing this almost to defend her because, can we cut it out with the hate? Honestly, she's done nothing wrong. Imagine picture you're her. Picture every morning you wake up and all you get is all over your For You page, or at least all over mine. But that's only because I've sort of invested into it. But all over your For You page, it's people saying the most awful things about you. There was a similar case of Colin Ballinger as well, but that's a video for another day. The point is, what I'm trying to say is that I hope she ends up alright. Her acting career should not be ruined because of one bad film. Her person in general should not be ruined. Can you cut it out, please? Because it could have been you. It could have been you that made a really bad remake. A lot of remakes are really bad. I don't know why we still do them. I think it's because they change too much. I only watch a remake because I personally would only watch a remake because I want to see the same characters played by different actors, because I find that really interesting. That's the only reason I ever watch a remake. And if she didn't do good, she didn't do good. It's not her role. And, there is probably a role out there that would be perfect for her. If she didn't do well, she didn't do well. She should not be destroyed because she made a bad film, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is no one should be treated as poorly as she has been for making a bad film. And yes, she said all that stuff about the original film. She's entitled to have an opinion. That's fine. It's similar to how... It's funny how we have this whole thing of freedom of speech, but it doesn't seem to go for left-winged people. For lefties, as right people... As righties, I'll say, call them. We don't... It's interesting. It's interesting because we don't... It seems as if we have such a big thing on freedom of speech, but the thing is, if you have the freedom of speech to say what you want and not get attacked or said horrible things about it, we do as well. I can say... she can say that the prince in the original film is irrelevant. Kind of is, to be honest. I don't think as a kid, I never remembered him. But then again, I always liked the Evil Queen, so I guess that's why I liked the villains. But I don't really think that... I think that if you have the right to say that it's silly to cast a Latina person as Snow White, or say that we shouldn't do a modern feminist retelling of it, we have the right to say, yeah, you should. We have the right to say the original one wasn't good. And yes, you might get offended by her comments. If you are a fan of something, you might. I always found it silly when people did get overly upset when someone was taking a jab at something that they were a fan of. I always found that a little bit pathetic and a little bit fragile. And if you are that offended over someone saying bad things about something you're a fan of, build a bridge and get over it. But all I'm saying is I'm just defending Rachel Zegler, not because I think it's a good movie, not because I'm, trying to side with her. I'm just saying that we need to cut it out with the hate on a person who's done absolutely nothing wrong and should not be hated so much for that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If Rachel Zegler sees this, then I'm here for you. You have no idea who I am. But I am. Truly, I am.